Hello guys, this is Sushant. So we meet again with a new topic today in our MHCET section for mathematics, that is vectors. I know that all of you guys will be preparing for your MHCET in full swing. So keep the tempo going. So don't be scared about the exam. It is just a simple exam which you have to give. But for that you require the preparation. So today's topic is going to be vectors. This topic we are going to discuss in a slightly different way. I'm going to directly take the questions which will be asked in this chapter, and accordingly I will be discussing the theory behind it. Because there is a lot of things you have to know in vectors. So as we go forward, for what question which we are dealing with, I will be discussing the theory according to it. So let's go. In the first question, they are telling us if my D, E, F are the midpoints of the sides of a triangle ABC, then I have to find what is going to be this. Now, in this problems, what you have to do is you have to basically denote what will be the vectors, position vectors of each point. So let the position vector of A be A bar, B be B bar, C be C bar, D D bar, E bar and F bar. So now we will be talking in terms of vectors only, the position vectors of the points of the triangle and the midpoints of the side. So now if my F is the midpoint of AB, then I know that by midpoint formula my F bar will be having the relation that is A bar plus B bar by 2. Similarly I can get for D, so my D bar will be B bar plus C bar by 2 and my E bar will be equal to A bar plus C bar by 2. Now after getting the relations of all the position vectors, let us go for the equation which is being asked. They are telling us to find this particular problem, that is AD bar plus 2 by 3 BE plus 1 by 3 CF. So let us find that. So my AD bar will be basically the position vector of D bar minus A bar. So I know that D bar is B bar plus C bar by 2. So minus A bar, this will get us B bar plus C bar minus 2A bar by 2. Then 2 by 3 BE bar will be nothing but 2 by 3 E bar minus B bar. So E bar I know from this is, so I will get 2 by 3 E bar minus B bar, that is going to be A bar plus C bar by 2 and B bar will be minus 2 B bar. And finally 1 by 3 I need CF bar, so it will be 1 by 3 F bar minus C bar, which will be 1 by 3. F bar is A bar plus B bar, so A bar plus B bar by 2 and minus 2 C bar. So now I have to add all these terms. So after adding, I know that the LCM will be 6. So I have to multiply this term by 3. So I will get it as 3B bar plus 3C bar minus 6A bar. Then this should be plus 2A bar plus 2C bar minus 4B bar, and this will be A bar plus B bar minus 2C bar. The whole thing divided by 6. So after getting this relation, let us find what is going to be my A bar terms. So A bar term is over here. So I am having a minus 6, then plus 2, which will give you minus 4, and minus 4 and A bar, which will give you a minus 3A bar. Then let's see the B terms. So I am having a 3B bar and B bar and minus 4B bar. So B bar gets cut. Then C bar, I am having a 3C bar and 2C bar, that's a 5. 5 and minus 2, so plus 3C bar. So if we take 3 outside, so it will be C bar minus A bar, which is nothing but 3AC bar. So from this option 3AC bar, this thing is divided by 6, so it's basically AC bar by 2. So I'm getting half AC bar, which is the option A. So whenever you are getting such problems, you have to look out for what is given. Like in this case, it was given that these points are the midpoints of the sides. Then accordingly you were applying your midpoint formulas and then finding the required relationship. So they can be getting you a centroid of a triangle. So centroid formula is basically, if I know that these are the position vectors of the vertices of my triangle, then my centroid will be just addition of all the position vectors. That is, for centroid it will be A bar plus B bar plus C bar by 3. Moving on to the next question, they are telling me that XOY plane divides the join of A and B in what ratio, whether it is going to be internal, external, or what. So since it is going to be my XY plane, on my XY plane the coordinates are basically the X, Y, and my Z coordinate is 0 on that thing. So that is why if I have to apply the division formula for this, I have to equate the Z coordinate equal to 0. So if I just, let us take that they are dividing it in the ratio m:1. So I have to just calculate only what is the value of m, then accordingly I will get the ratio. So I am having the point A over here, I am having the point B over here, and they have been divided. Let us say that it is internal division. The internal division is m:1. So if I am getting the value of m as negative, then I have to consider that it is an external division. So the coordinates are given to me as 2, 3, -4, and this one is 4, 5, and 2. So I have to apply the internal division formula for only the z, because in this I don't know what is going to be the coordinate of my x and y. I know that the z is going to be 0. So I'm just calculating what is going to be my z. So I'm going to equate the z to 0, and on this side I will be calculating using this points. So I'll be getting it as 2m -4. So it is basically the 2 into the m, so it is cross multiplication, and -4 into 1. So this divided by m plus 1. So this is what you are getting. So when this goes that side, so you will get as 2m -4 is equal to 0. So m is basically going to be equated to 2. So since you are getting m as 2, which is positive, so it's going to be an internal division. So these two are wrong. And since I'm getting it as the integer, that is 2, then it is basically 2:1. So my XY plane divides this particular join in the ratio 2:1, that is internally. In this question they have given me the box product of ABC, which is equal to 3. The volume of this parallelepiped, which is represented by the edges given by this, I have to find the volume of this parallelepiped. So what they have given is, they have given the vertices of these points, and over here I have to consider that this point is my origin. So what I have to do, whenever you have to find the volume of a parallelepiped, you have to take the box product of these vectors, which are directly given to us over here. So let us find the box product of that vector. So now let us understand what is basically a box product. So they have given me that A bar, B bar, C bar's box product is 3. That means that A bar dot B bar cross C bar is 3. So box product is nothing but a dot product of a cross product of two vectors. So there are some things which you should know, that a box product is basically cyclic in nature. That means I can just change the order of my ABC cyclically, and the value remains same. That means the value of this will be same as B dot C cross A, and will be also same as C dot A cross B. So all these values will be equal to 3. But if I change the sequence a non-cyclically, then the value changes to a negative value. Like I will have the value for A bar dot C bar cross A bar as -3. So you can see that the order is changed not cyclically. So that is why the value of this will be a -3. If I am calculating a box product of 3 vectors in which 2 vectors are same, then the value of that box product will be 0. That means if I am having A bar dot A bar cross C bar, then this will be 0, or it will be C bar dot A bar cross A bar. This thing will also be having the value 0. So if any of the 2 vectors out of the 3 vectors are same, then the value becomes 0. So once we know this, let us go and solve this particular problem. So once we know the basic of this, let us go and solve the particular problem. So I have to find the box product of basically this, because volume of a parallelepiped is given by the box product of the vectors given over here. So let me write it. So it will be 2A bar dot B bar dot product of 2B bar plus C bar, its cross product with 2C bar plus A bar. I can write the sequence in any manner, because the basic formula is you have to take the modulus of this particular value. So let us try to find what is the value of this. So before finding this, you have to first find the cross product of this. So let us find the cross product. So my cross product will be a 2B bar cross C bar, that gives a 4B bar cross C bar, then 2B bar plus, so it will be a plus 2B bar cross A bar. Then since you are having C cross 2C, which is same vector, you know that cross product of same vector gives you a 0 bar. That means a 0 vector. So for this it will be a 0 bar, that is a 0 vector, and then we will have a C cross A. Then moving to the dot product, I will be getting a 2A bar dot this, so it will be 8A bar dot B bar cross C bar, plus it will be 4, it is A bar into so if you go for the next one, it is 2A bar dot 2B bar cross A bar. So since you are having a bar dot B bar cross A bar, you are having a box product of A bar, B bar and A bar. So you are saying that there are 2 vectors which are same in that box product. So you will have that value as 0. It won't be a 0 bar, because in box product you always get a scalar value. Moving on to the next term, so it will be 2A bar into 0 bar, which will give you a 0. Then 2A bar into this again will be a 0, because there is a bar and a bar, which will make it 0. So moving on to this with B as a multiplicand, so I will have B dot of this, which will be 0, B dot of this again 0, and B dot of this. So there are only 2 terms to be considered, that is B dot C bar cross A bar. So now this is written as A bar B bar C bar, which is the box product of this, plus B bar C bar A bar. So I can write this sequence if I have a cyclic rotation of this. So I can write this thing as A bar B bar C bar. So it is basically 9 into A bar B bar C bar's box product, which is having the value 3. So 9 3s are 27. So answer is your C. So this is how you find the box product. It is quite simple once you understand what you have to apply and where you have to apply. Moving to the next question. They have given me that ABC are some unit vectors in which the relation of this ABC are given to me, that is the magnitude of A plus B plus C bar is equal to 1, and A and B are perpendicular to each other, and C is making an angle with A and B, which is given as alpha and beta. So whenever I am finding magnitude of a vector, it means nothing but root of a bar dot a bar, that is the dot product of the vector with itself. So if I am going to find magnitude of this, that is a bar plus b bar plus c bar, it's going to be the dot product of this, that is a bar plus b bar plus c bar dot a bar plus b bar plus c bar, dot product of this under root. So I will be taking squaring both sides, so I will get it as 1. So if I am taking the dot product, it's going to be a bar dot a bar. So a bar dot a bar, then it will be a bar dot b bar, plus it is going to be a bar dot c bar, plus it's going to be b bar dot a bar, plus b bar dot b bar, plus b bar dot c bar, plus so when I'm taking the dot product, I will be getting these terms in it. Now let us understand the dot product. If you are taking dot product of a vector with itself, it's going to have the value of the magnitude square. And if you are taking the dot product of two vectors which are going to be perpendicular to each other, and if you are taking dot product of any two vectors, then it will be given by the formula. If I am taking A dot B, then it will have magnitude of A into magnitude of B into cos of theta, which is the angle between the A and B. So over here just replacing those terms with that. So if I am having A dot A, it means I am taking the magnitude square. So magnitude of A bar square, and since A bar is a unit vector, magnitude of a unit vector is going to be 1. So this is going to be 1 plus A dot B. Now they have given that A and B are perpendicular to each other. So that means my angle theta is 90 degrees. So whenever you are having dot product of two vectors which are perpendicular to each other, the value of that dot product will be 0. So this term is 0, then B dot A bar is also 0. Then coming to A dot C, now I know that the angle between A and C is given by alpha. So it will be plus magnitude of A into magnitude of C into the cos of the angle, which is cos alpha. And since A and C are unit vectors, so that will also go, that is 1 basically. So you will have 1 plus cos alpha. Next coming to B bar, that is dot product of B bar with B bar itself. So again it will be same like the first term, it will be having the value 1. And B bar dot C will be having the value magnitude of B magnitude of C, which is 1, into the angle cos. So cos of angle, that is cos beta. So it will have cos beta. Coming to C dot A, it will again have a cos alpha to it. So it's going to be twice of that. Coming to C dot B, again cos beta to it, twice of that. And last one is the term plus C. Now this thing is going to be equated to 1. So one of the ones go from here. So you are having 2 plus 2 cos beta plus 2 cos alpha. Taking the 2 common, so it will be 1 plus cos alpha plus cos beta equals 0, and cos alpha plus cos beta will have the value minus 1. So your option is B. Coming to the next question, they have given me that ABCD are 4 points in space and they are following this particular relationship. Now to solve this particular problem, let us take that the position vector of A is A bar, B is B bar, and C is C bar, D is D bar. So if I want to find what is going to be my AB bar, it's going to be B bar minus A bar, and CD bar will be D bar minus C bar. So if I want to take dot product of that, it will be, so my AB bar dot CD bar is nothing but B bar minus A bar dot D bar minus C bar. So if I just open this bracket, I will be getting it as B bar dot D bar minus B bar dot C bar minus A bar dot D bar plus A bar dot C bar. So I have simplified this term into these terms. Let us go and watch what is happening in this particular bracket. So let us consider the first term, that is my AD bar. AD bar is going to be having the value, AD bar will be having the value D bar minus A bar. So if I am taking the magnitude square of it, it's basically the dot product of them. So it's going to be the dot product of this with itself. So it's going to be D bar dot D bar minus, it's going to be D bar dot A bar minus A bar dot D bar plus A bar, I can write this term as square. So if you just look at this, you are having a dot product of AD and DA, so which is one and the same, so you will have a twice A bar dot D bar. So when you are expanding my BC bar magnitude square, it's going to be nothing but your B bar's magnitude square minus 2 B bar C bar plus C bar's magnitude square. Similarly for AC, it's going to be A bar's magnitude square minus 2 A bar C bar plus C bar's magnitude square. And finally BD will be, it's going to be B bar's magnitude square minus 2 B bar D bar plus D bar's magnitude square. So if I just substitute in this, let's find what I'm going to get. So I will be getting this addition of these two. So if I add these two, I will be getting it as D bar's magnitude plus A bar's magnitude plus B bar's magnitude plus C bar's magnitude minus 2 A bar D bar minus 2 B bar C bar. So I have just added these two terms. If I add these two terms and subtract with this, I will be getting minus A bar square minus B bar square minus C bar square and minus D bar square plus 2 A bar C bar plus 2 B bar D bar. So these terms get cancelled out and I am remaining with a 2 AC bar, 2 BC bar, so I can take the 2 common from there. So I am having outside this as 2. If I compare with this basically my M should be the value 2. So your option is A. There are a couple of more things which you should know in my vectors. That is, if my A, B and C bar, that is the position vectors of A, B and C, is given by A1, A2, A3, I, J, K terms, then if I want to find the box product of these vectors, then it is the determinant format of the coefficient of the I terms, the J terms and the K terms. So if you just find this particular determinant, you will be getting the value. So for that you require that the vectors are given in this fashion. Otherwise you have to solve the way we had solved in the questions which we have discussed. The next thing which you have to know is that if you are taking cross product, and again if the vectors are given in ijk terms, then it will be ijk a1, a2, a3, b1, b2, b3. So if you solve this particular determinant, you will be getting the value of your cross product. There is other format of my cross product which is given by the magnitude of A, magnitude of B, sine theta, which is the angle between A and B, n cap Now this n cap is the unit vector which is going to be perpendicular to a bar and b bar. While solving the problems in vectors, you have to be thorough with your knowledge on the basics of vectors. So that is all for today. If you like the videos which we are doing for your MHCET, please give a thumbs up for that. If you have any comments to share with us, you can do it in the comment section. If you have any doubts related to the videos, you can do it in the comment section. Please feel free to share the videos with your friends so that they also are helped with the videos which we are doing. Also do subscribe to our page to get the regular updates which we are going to do. We are going to look into a new chapter in the next uploaded videos. So till then, keep learning, keep watching, keep subscribing to our channel and stay regularly updated with us. Happy learning, all the best.